Hey, it's Monday morning, and we're concluding our video devotional series that we're calling Follow the Light, as we've been going through the book of John, one chapter at a time, following Jesus, the light of the world. And I hope you've really enjoyed it. I know we've enjoyed bringing it to you, and we've learned so much together. And now we're on the last chapter of John, John chapter 21. And here we see Jesus appear the third time to the disciples after he was raised from the dead. And basically, the disciples have been fishing all night again, haven't caught anything, and Jesus says, you need to throw your nets on the other side, and they catch this great catch of fish, which reminds them they're to be fishers of men. And then they cook some of the fish, and Jesus eats it, which shows that he had a resurrected body. And he eats the fish, and then Jesus reinstates Peter, Simon Peter, who denied him 3 times and, went away in shame. Jesus reinstates him for his great call. And in verse 15, it says, when they had finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? Yes, Lord, he said, you know that I love you. Jesus said, then feed my lambs. Again, Jesus said, Simon, son of John, do you love me? And he answered, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. And Jesus said, take care of my sheep. The third time he said to him, Simon, son of John, do you love me? And it says Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the third time, do you love me? And he said, Lord, you know all things, and you know that I love you. You see, Peter denied Jesus 3 times. When people ask him, do you know this man who claims to be the Messiah? And he's, I don't know him. No, I'm not with him. He denied him 3 times, and then he ran off in shame. And so Jesus asked him 3 times, do you love me? And I think the third time Peter realized, and it reminded him of his shame. And he was hurt, but Jesus wasn't doing it to hurt him. He was doing it to remind him of his shame and how his shame had been taken away. Because Peter got to say, I love you 3 times, rather than deny him 3 times. And then Jesus said, after the third time, he said, feed my sheep. And so he was saying, Simon Peter, I'm not putting you on the shelf because you denied me 3 times. I am reinstating you, and you're going to be the rock upon which I build the church. And all I want you to do is take care of my sheep and feed my sheep and lead my sheep. And he first says, feed my lambs, the new believers, and grow them up, and then take care of my sheep, pastor the flock, and then feed my sheep, teach them and lead them with your example. And he said, follow me. And Jesus basically said, that one day people are going to take you where you don't want to go. And Jesus said this to indicate the kind of death in which Peter would glorify God. And then Jesus said to him, follow me. You see, Simon Peter that denied Jesus and ran away in shame, he ended up, tradition tells us, being crucified upside down. And he said he wasn't worthy to be crucified the way Jesus was. And so he said, I want to be crucified upside down. And he had that kind of courage to follow Jesus to the end. And Jesus founded his church upon the rock, Simon Peter. He was anything but a rock at first. But Jesus saw what he could become, the courageous rock that the church would be built upon. Now, we conclude our series in John, Follow the Light, but the last verse in John says, Jesus did many other things as well. If every one of them were written down, I suppose that even the whole world would not have room for the books that would be written. And that's it. Jesus, his story is history. His story is, the future. And so on next Monday, we're going to start a new series, The Gift of One Day, how to find hope when life gets hard. And we're going to be going through some powerful passages in God's Word to help you really seize the day that God has given you each and every day. If you change what you do in a day, it changes your life. And so we're going to look at the power of a day. One day. Sometimes we say one day, when things settle down, I'm going to really live for God. But one day is now. And we're going to learn how to experience one day at a time and let God do a great work in our hearts. So check it out. This weekend, we start the new series, and then Monday, the new video devotional. God bless you. Have a great day.